Philadelphia Eagles superstar DeSean Jackson said something. He says there's no hatred in his heart. And you want to believe that. However, when you post something that starts with Hitler said,
right, it's
hard to say you don't have hatred in your heart. But DeSean is apologizing for what he posted. It is a quote from Minister Farrakhan, but it is Minister Farrakhan was quoting Hitler. And he said, Hitler said, because the white Jews know that Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail Americans. This goes on. I don't really want to read more of it. You can.
We should.
You want to read more of it?
They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were. The white citizens of America will be terrified to know that all this time they've been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. So there you go.
So that got the exact amount of backlash you would think it would get. You posted something that is espousing Hitler's beliefs and is clearly anti-Semitic. I don't know how else.
Of course.
Read that. But DeSean is now saying that that was misinterpreted. This is his apology.
I just want to, first off, extend an apology on the behalf of me and what I stand for, because, I'm one that's fair, and I never want to put any race down or any people down. And, my post was definitely not intended for anybody of any race to feel any type of way, especially the Jewish community. When I posted what I posted, I definitely didn't mean it to the extent that you guys took it. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm, very apologetic, and I just want you guys to understand that it never was intended to be, to put any race down or any religion down.
As far as apologies go, it seemed like a genuine and a heartfelt apology, but I'm still having trouble understanding how, when, like Charles said, when the first word of what you reposted says Hitler, why you would repost that. Who knows if he read it or not. This is still extremely troubling. Look, the Eagles have come out and said it's offensive, harmful, and absolutely appalling. You have many, many people who right now are calling on the NFL to suspend DeSean Jackson for these anti-Semitic comments. And I just don't know how you reconcile it. DeSean Jackson, over the years, and I know this because we've covered it, he's done a lot of good in the community. So I think this is a guy who has a good heart. I just cannot understand how he would ever repost something that's so extremely offensive. Here's
the best possible spin. And DeSean didn't say this, although I think he kind of hinted at that. He said something about, I repost a lot of things. And he probably saw that somebody had posted something by Minister Farrakhan and decided he wanted to put up a quote from Minister Farrakhan and didn't actually look at which is, like I said, when it starts with Hitler said,
well, and also
how you don't see that.
You see the word Jews in there. You know how Farrakhan stands on that.
Right.
So it's not real hard to connect the dots on something like this, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is tantamount to President Trump saying he didn't know that video he reposted.
Where the guy screamed white power 3 seconds in.
Right.
Look, I've already seen a lot of people bring up Drew Brees and saying that Drew Brees had to apologize multiple times, 3-4 times, for saying he wanted people to stand for the flag. And I know there are a lot of people who are looking at this, and they're going to see how the Philadelphia Eagles and how the NFL reacts to this. And if there is a punishment that DeSean Jackson has to face, because these are terrible. Look, I don't expect everyone to know the complete history of the world. I certainly don't. But when it comes to Hitler, everybody understands that Hitler may very well be the worst human being that has ever been born. So that much we all know, no matter where you stand, no matter how deep your history knowledge goes. So you have to know. You cannot be quoting Hitler. Nothing that paints Hitler in a positive light can ever appear on your social media page, especially when you're a famous athlete and somebody that people look up to.
Darby from Pleasanton. I think the post that DeSean Jackson had posted is being taken as anti-Semitic because it has to do with Hitlers and Jews, where if you read the post, it's saying that if African Americans knew that they were the real children of Israel, that the whites' plan to take over world domination wouldn't work because the African American community would know that the whites aren't superior to them. So do I think it was anti-Semitic? No. Do I think he read the quote wrong? Absolutely.
So wait a minute. So when he
go back
talks
to the
about
quote
the
because
Jews, yeah, let's go back to that quote.
I thought the quote was saying that what he was saying was that the Jews will be.
He's talking about the Jews will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were, meaning they're out for world domination.
Yeah, I think it's the Jews he's saying are out for world domination.
I mean, if that's not anti-Semitic, explain to me, please.
See, the way that I took the quote is that he might have misread it, thinking that it's saying that the whites are going to take over world domination, because that's how I read it too. I think it's coming off as anti-Semitic because it's a Hitler and Jewish quote.
Okay.
That's possible. It's definitely possible.
The only problem with it is it starts with Hitler and it's Farrakhan, and you see Jews in there. And anyway,
yeah, it's a slippery slope from there.